Good morning. We're going to continue now the Sikha we started 2 days ago on Project Likud Sikha as part of Project Likud Sikha Chelik Tzvav. Started page 129. I want to dedicate, I spoke by the Chumash here, Baritis, about Leib, who passed away suddenly, shocking to everybody, and a big member of the community here, and B'chal Karnas community. So, without getting into grace spadim and drushes, which is very against his style, I do want to dedicate these shiurim for Lili Nishmasi. Yehuda Leib ben Yibad L'chaim Tevim Yitzchak should have a lichtig Gan Eden, and his kids, his parents, his wife, his family, they should give the strength that they should be able to get real nechama from this very, very big tragedy. Okay, let's begin. Tests. Okay, so now that Rebbe says, and das is the Yirah from the Tzemach Tzedek's Enfer ben Yinachinuch Eich zu Ktanim. This is page 134, Chelik Chof, Chut Hasvav. And this is the Yirah of the Tzemach Tzedek's answer in regard to Chinuch for children. Nachdem, wie mir ruft Aris beim Kind die Tshuka Nifla, as the Ebertor soll sich beweisen zu ihm, after we instill into this child a great tshuka that the child should call for Hashem, that this child Hashem should appear to him. After the masber zayin, you have to explain. As the derech says, durch der achlata as dar zich allemal mol zayin. So how do you get to this? This is through the achlata of giving yourself a circumcision. Sich bavorden und aropnemen dem helen behester elam, to take away the concealment of the world. Das heißt, what does that mean? That mechanech sein akin need to on the spol veren from helen behester elam. You have to mechanech the kids, and this is what we're seeing nowadays. What's going on in the colleges? What's going on? Pushing up mechanech the younger generation not to be in the spol from the helen behester of the world. If him soll nit peil sein was Welt sagt, was Teda will. He doesn't have to be worried. He should not be worried what the world says, but he has to be worried what Teda says. When the achlata by ihm soll sein, as stark bis gam ki yaskin liyasir b'men. It should be so strong that even when he's older, he doesn't veer away. Das ist bei ihm also eingewurzelt, as gedenkt allemal, so imbued, so ingrained in him that he remembers all the time. I feel it when it's shame in a hechle on a gor hechle dagen avedis Hashem. He's so high in avedis Hashem. He has to remember as our muz zichamol, he always has to give himself a bris. And das bringt Hashem bekatnusa is olim zol by im zayin vayeda I love Hashem. So when this child has this in him from day one, so automatically he has vayir love Hashem. Hashem will appear to him. Was das balaychtim mit zayin svive. His surroundings is a light is lit, and even from vahaya Hashem l'chol elam, until that he is the light, and he's the light for the world. Okay, good. Kishem vi Rabbeinu Nesienu haben besech when atziner chodesh b'min achinuch b'negei ben adam ha'makir. So the Rebbe says yesterday we explained that the Rabbeim, what do they open a new channel. A child who's 4 or 5 years old, he's able to have this tshuka to Hashem, and it's going on everybody, not only the Rabbeim. Every child can have this. So the Rebbe says, as jetzt can mechanach sein jüdische Kinder zu lusten Inyanim von Yiddishkeit, it's lieb schar, nur na efen, as the Inyanim soll werden a tail von sehr leben. So you could educate a child that Hashem could be really part of his life. Bis Franz ze ad kedei bechia verwas der Eberster, weiß sich nicht zu sehr, wie hat sich bewiesen zu Avraham Avinu. And you could give this child such an education that this child is crying, why doesn't Hashem appear to me? You find the same thing between man and a person. This is also in the story of the Rebbe Rashab when he was a child. What's the story? The Rebbe Rashab is given Vendal Shanam Hatamol, the Schneider, gebracht a Beged, was genäht far imay Arabonis. So there's a story when the Rebbe Rashab was a child, so they made a garment. He was 4 years old. A tailor brought in an article of clothing he had sewn for the Rebbe Rashab's mother, the Rebbetzin. So what happened was What's the place for this? So again. Okay, so what happened? So this tailor made a beged for the mother, the Rebbe's mother. Shasman basically when the beged hat the Rebbe nicht muss do aris genommen the Tume achatiches beged von dem Zaydes Keshena. So what happened is that the Rebbe Rashab inspected as she inspected the garment, the Rebbe Rashab, without any particular thoughts in mind, he pulled out a piece of material from the tailor's pocket, but he didn't mean it. Now, der Schneider hat sich verschämt und hat sich umgeben verantwortend, dass hat vergessen, that im Stickel Schreider was ist bei ihm geblieben. Now, so what happened is the tailor was so embarrassed that he began to justify himself, explaining that he had forgotten about the extra little piece of cloth. Now, dennoch, als der Schneider ist weggegangen, hat ihm Rabbonis ausgerät, als ihm ist der Schneider verstimmt geworden. Wenn hat das gehört, hat sich bitte voneinander gewähnt. So what happened is that the Rebbe Rashab, after the tailor left, the Rebbe mentioned that because of the Rebbe Rashab's action, the tailor was embarrassed, and the Rebbe Rashab heard this, he began to cry bitterly. Dennoch, as is in etliche Wochen herum, is reingegangen zu sein Vater, the Rebbe Marash. So after a few weeks, he went into the Rebbe Marash. Ihm gefragt, wie soll in kem Sache sein dem Augen von Halbonis Bonim. He asked, how can I correct the sin of embarrassing somebody? Weil sein Tata hat ihm gefragt, for was fragte the Shaila. So the Rebbe Marash asked him, why are you asking? Hat geantwortet, as will das wissen, nicht erzählen, the Bible was hot pastriert. He didn't want to tell his father what happened. He was embarrassed. Als ihm Rabbonis hat ihm gefragt, for was had nicht gewollt erzählen den Taten the ganze Mai. So again, so the mother asked him, why are you not telling your father the story? Says genug. So what did he answer? Says genug was had nicht schon geworden in Halbonis Bonim. It's already enough that he himself stumbled in embarrassing somebody. So noch over seine Verschilus Lashon Haras, that you go now and be over on transgressing, gossiping, and speaking ill of someone else. Okay. So the Rebbe says this. Bashkov is in talking gewalt beneket of Halbonis Bonim was his dog given. Now, Bashkov Rishon, it wasn't such an embarrassment. Warum? Wie is with Eichen Sipper, hat the Rebbe nicht was Aris genommen mit Chlichas Beged Lutume. It wasn't. It was his mistake. It wasn't even like it wasn't. He took out something from the Beged, and it was like V'siach Vitume. When there too enough is das nicht given. But Adam, first of all, wasn't publicly. Please, Imer Rabbonis is the Beged. It was only his mother was there. For that's again, wie nur hat the head as the Schneider hat sich verschämt. The second the Rebbe Rashab, when he was 4 years old, heard how the tailor is embarrassed. Hat so stark the Numen, it really penetrated him. Bis zu Abchia Mor until he cried very, very bitterly. Now, was das beweist doch, what does it show us? As ihm hat verdrößen, und as sehr viel, was der Halbonis Bonim was given durch ihm, as ihm guckt an Einisch Choli, nor the etzem Zaf was is Ayid is verschämt geworden. He didn't care, was he over, he starts being very technical, he was so hurt on the etzem fact that he embarrassed somebody. The Far hat euch nicht gewollt erzählen, sagt Tate wegen dem. He didn't want to tell his father about that. Hagam das nicht entfernt auf seine Schale. Can after that reingehen and get it from Kibbutz by not answering his father's question, it can be a shiloh of honoring properly. Ich wollte doch der Zehn gewinnt place im Tikkun Achet, and also by him saying it over is just to be misaken his sin. Weil nicht gekannt vertragen die Etzem Zaf, weil hat nicht gekannt vertragen die Etzem Zaf, also sich reden wegen dem Leute von Eden bei Esa Efen Shir. We couldn't handle the fact, speaking bad about another year. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay, page 136. Weil das mir hat uns erzählt, dem Dosegesi, so since the Rebbe Rashab told us, or the Frierdiker Rebbe said this story, zusammen mit der Hadgosha, as the Rebbe Neshama Eden is dann outgiven fear, he was only 4 years old, is there far von der Reihe as jetzt, can be mechanel sein, jeder jüdische Kinder feeling the Megil, and Odem even. You can educate a child also to have such midas and have such a feel for another yid. A base. Von Kol Anal ist der Limit, wie viel ist der Feiv, Kolech, welchem Yisrael, zum Stapel sein, sich an ihn, Kinder, sei benegea, eigene Kinder. So, Now it's how much you have to educate children. Piskam Bal Yem Ledes from Masay Dua. It's known what he says in Ayim Yem. But Azivia Nachas Tefillin B'chol Yom is a mitzvah deraisa of Yed Yid. And just like we have to put on tefillin, deraisa, and it's for every Yid, Onachilitzi, Agodol B'Teda, it doesn't matter if the Talmud Chacham and Yishpashit, Azay is a Chayiv Gomer, if Yed Yid, so Trachten Jeden Tag, a halb B'Shaving, and Chinaf Kinder. You have to think at least a half hour about the education of your child. Ton als was er bekechet zu ton, und yesem krikeche zen peil sein bei die Kinder, as soll sein, as he sollen gain in dem derech was man is. So you have to think about your children and think which way you want to be mechanech them. Saibnege andere jüdische Kinder, wenn es Eltern haben, ist es sibische Tier nicht, sie nicht gegeben nach Chinnach de Boy, was dann liegt in der Chiva kol chacham b'chacham Yisrael zu versorgen, as the kids will become nach Chinnach de Boy. So first of all, like the Rambam says about another child who, for whatever reason, did not get proper chinuch, it's a choyev on every single person, to every chacham, to make sure he gets a proper chinuch. But if then stellt man, if the Tzivus Hashem was well an Aruz gave from Golos, through this, we're able to establish the army of Hashem, who will take us out of Golos with our youngsters, with our elders, with our sons and daughters through Mashiach very, very soon. Okay.